Because of mistakes by Dan Campbell, or because Brock Purdy can scramble? Either way, your San Francisco 49ers are going to the Super Bowl, baby! 49ers, Detroit Lions, likes and dislikes. Let's go, baby! And who called it all? Who called it? 24-7. Lions, 49ers at the half. Who called it? Me! That's who! Who doubled down and made a separate reel? A separate reel. I posted on Instagram Shorts and Reels. It's there. Who posted it? Me! That's who! Who do you trust? Me! That's who! Gary Lamm made a bit Mania. Let's go! Yeah, let's get ready, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, 49er faithful throughout for both of us, welcome to Gary Lamm, Main Event Mania! Likes and dislikes, 49ers, Detroit Lions, live action, baby! Welcome, love, you for me! Thank you for following me! Welcome to Gary Lamm, Main Event Mania. Likes and dislikes live. It was not to like. Your team was dead in the water. We were in the Sahara Desert getting attacked by a gang of lions, and we escaped with our lives, and we're going to the Super Bowl, baby. Opening line. Was it because of mistakes by Dan Campbell, or because Brock Purdy can scramble? Was it luck? I don't care! Because my team's going on, and I believed. You watch Gary Lamm Main Event Mania, halftime show. Yeah, it was down and out. I was down and out. We were getting whooped in the trenches. We're getting slapped around like a bunch of jabronis in our own home stadium. But you know what? Who believed? It was me who said, you know what? This is bad. I'm going to keep it real. It was bad, but I told you. They're going to step it up in the trenches. I think Fred Warner and the whole team was saying, we ain't going out like this, not on our home field. And I told you in my halftime show. It's there. It's on Instagram, YouTube. And I made a separate video. I said, you know what? We're going to have a historic comeback. It wasn't really about X's and O's. It was about whooping in the trenches, baby. And that's what happened. Just a rundown. If you're a new Gary Lamm Main Event Mania subscribers, 49ers, I do 2 shows a week at least. Likes and dislikes of the game before, and eventually what to watch for. But I'm going to give you likes and dislikes of this game, because I am your meta media podcasting main man, Gary Lamm. All right. I made a video about this too. Look, this is not a sexy matchup, at least on the 49ers end. First, like Colton McKivitz. Look at Colton. I have been giving you a hard time. Colton McKivitz had to take on Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson has pedigree. You're not a football fan. You're talking about our right tackle against the defensive end of the Detroit Lions. He's coming from Brock Purdy's broken arm side. Right? Aiden Hutchinson, it's a mismatch. Colton McKivitz, from the beginning of the season, the 49er faithful said, every time I did a poll, what do the 49ers need? Everyone said we need a right tackle. The 49ers says the answers were in the building. Kyle Shanahan said it. John Lynch obviously said it because he did not draft a right tackle. He drafted a kicker in the 3rd round. We got Jared Brown. I'm happy with that. But we drafted a kicker and a freaking tight end who's not on the team. Because they believed in Colton McKivitz. Look at Colton McKivitz has not played perfect all year. He's been beat quite a bit. Yeah. If your defensive end Your number one pass rusher. Not all pass rushers can lean both ways. But if you can go line up on your defensive line's left, you're going to attack McKivitz because it's a kind of a waste of time to mess with Trent Williams. It is what it is. Our maybe the best left tackle in football, maybe the best ever. Conservatively, top 3, top 5. If that might be insulting to Trent. But another separate video, 1 minute preview. Colt McKivitz. I asked you, brother. I said, you know what? You've been much maligned. I got to call it like I see it, brother. You haven't been perfect. Your technique hasn't been perfect. But one thing I seen about you, man, you didn't quit. You were tough. You were nasty. And you never let it get to you, man. You never let it get to you. And I called you out. I said, this matchup, you might give up a sack, which you did not. But we could not allow Aiden Hutchinson to wreck the game. He did not. He recorded 2 pass deflections. And that's about it. You know, not to say that our offensive line wasn't getting whooped on up the middle, especially early. But Colt McKivitz, you are my first like. And I'm going to tell you what that means. Look, this is the kind of game you can get followers. Everyone wants to talk about the 49ers. We could talk about Brock first. We can talk about McCaffrey. We could talk about Nick Bosa getting a couple of sacks. We can talk about Moody missing another kick. We could talk about one of the greatest historic comebacks in NFC Championship game history. But I'm talking about you, Colt McKivitz, because all year you have been maligned. People wanted you replaced. The Niners believed in you, and I called you out. I was afraid for Brock because you know what? You're a new first-year starter. But I believed in you, brother. I called you out. I said, don't let Aiden Hutchinson be a game wrecker. He was not, and we won the game. We're going to the Super Bowl. We glitched a little bit. So I'm going to say it again. Colt McKivitz, I predicted if you just held serve and kept Aiden Hutchinson, number 97 of the Detroit Lions, their defensive end, from being a game wrecker, you would hold serve, we would win, we'd go to the Super Bowl. Good job, man. Colton McKivitz, this one's for the big nasties because we got whooped in the trenches to start losing, and we came back in the trenches to start winning. That's symbolic of you. You are the symbol of a guy just hanging the frick in there, man, all year. Staying tough, staying nasty. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl in large part thanks to you. Colt McKivitz, you were my first like. Like Colt McKivitz. Aiden Hutchinson, there's always next year. Dislike number 1. And it's been a problem all damn year since the preseason. It's been our run defense. 29 carries. 182 yards, 6.3 per, and 3 touchdowns for the Lions rushing offense. And they whooped our butt in the first half. David Montgomery, 15 carries, 93 yards. Jameson Williams at reverse for 42 yards. Gibbs with that big play to get a touchdown. I mean, they ran the ball. They had over 130 yards in the first half. We were getting whooped in the trenches on both sides of the ball. Nick Bosa, I'm going to give you props. You got your 2 sacks. You were a menace the whole game. You're out of this. All right, you're out of this conversation. But our run defense was terrible. That's the first dislike. I mean, Isaiah Pacheco, that guy runs hard. He's got 2 weeks of rest. I don't like that. We'll get into individual players a little bit later. What are we doing over here? See where I want to go here. This is great video right here. Thought I had a list of things. Here we go. All right. Let's just do this right now. Let's stay on the D-line. If the 49ers don't win this game, Javon Hargrave signing is a bust. Where the hell were you, Javon? That's a dislike, man. But you know what? You got the Super Bowl to change the storyline. John Lynch, it would have been on you, man. We gave up a lot of defensive line depth to get Javon. A lot of people are gone because of Javon. Maybe Robbie Gould's gone because of Javon. And don't bring that up now because Gould is through. We're stuck with the kid. Javon Hargrave, we need to show the hell up. And the Chiefs, they have a tough interior offensive line. I don't know. Chase Young and Randy Gregory, you're playing for a freaking contract, man. Where the hell are you guys? You guys got plenty of talent. Where the hell are you? And this is another thing. If you didn't say that the 49ers needed a third down specialist opposite of Nick Bosa because he's going to have to work too hard. And you know what's happening? We don't have it, and he's working too hard. Chase Young, Randy Gregory. Damn, where are you guys, man? Where the hell are you? We're missing Cleveland Farrell, especially against the run. Chase Young, Randy Gregory, this is your chance to get paid. You know, we got whooped on. Our defensive line got whooped on. Armstead ended up getting that huge fumble recovery. Whew. Thank God for Dan Campbell and not running the ball. But the big dislike, guys, man. You held through. It came back. But let's move on. All right. Let me go back to a like here. Like Nick Bosa, 2 sacks. Yes, they're playing hard. But man, we put so much money in that defensive line. Where the hell are the sacks? Where's the run stopping? Where the hell is it? Where is it? What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on out there? We're going to have to take on Patrick Mahomes and Isaiah Pacheco. Are just, if you can't stop the run against the Chiefs next week, what the hell's, what's Patrick Mahomes going to do? All right? All right. Tell you my big like. Back to likes. Being negative. I love that Kyle Shanahan did not give up on the frickin' run. I love the balance. We're down 24-7. 31 passes, 33 runs. That's exactly 49er football. I always say the sweet spot for Brock Purdy is about 27, 28 passes, but we were down. They did not give up on the run game. CMC, very first freaking play, boom, he got knocked. But he ended up, and again, another point. Gary Lamm in Event Mania told you first. You could see it. I posted it before the game. CMC needs 20 carries. That's a hard number. You know how many he got? 20. CMC, 20 carries, 90 yards. And he kept us in the game. He was our attitude when we were down 14-0. Whatever the hell we were. He was our attitude. CMC kept us in the game. Big time. He had swag. CMC, Christian McCaffrey showed us swag. Scored our first touchdown. Scored the touchdown to tie it. Set us up for the final touchdown to give us 34. He made a hell of a run. Falls on his head. This time he ran right, which is a shock to McKivitz again. The right side of the line, or Colton McKivitz stepped up again. I mean, he fell on his head. And just to add a little bonus, Elijah Mitchell never fumbles. He got the last touchdown. We did not give up on the run. Down. We played 49er football. Bang, bang, not a gang. Good job, Kyle, listening to me, getting Christian McCaffrey 20 carries. He had 2 touchdowns. What do you have? Where'd I put McCaffrey stats? McCaffrey at least 45 something like that receiving. I can't read my own notes. I'm going too crazy. Okay, big time. Backfield. Kyle Juszczyk, 2 catches, 33 yards, couple of big catches. I like the 3-yard rush too. That big tiptoe sideline catch, big catch over the middle when he got knocked off his route. Great. All right, I love it. I love the 33 runs. I know Brock had 5 of them. We'll get to that later. Love the balance. Love the commitment to the run after being down 24-17. It looked bad. CMC was the guy who kept us in the game. Even when we were down, he gave us that swag. He was looking very MVP right there. If it doesn't go to Lamar Jackson, hey, CMC. What's up, Captain Tony P2P? Gary Lamm, Mania. Likes and dislikes, Captain Tony. But I was just saying, CMC kept us in the game early. He gave us that swag. Big time like for CMC. Big time like for the run-pass balance. Even though we were down, we kept running in the first half. Bang, bang, not a gang, Tony. CMC gave us our swag. He was there early. He was there late. Got the first touchdown, the tying touchdown. He got us to the goal line. He fell on his damn head. I'm sure he's sore. And another shout out, another like Elijah Mitchell. I like that Elijah Mitchell can come in the game and never damn fumble. Never fumbled in college, never fumbled in the pros. That's what keeps J.P. Mason on the bench. I was crying about it. I want to see J.P. Mason a little bit more. But you know what? When you never fumble, you deserve the ball, Captain Tony. You know what I mean? You never ain't no ability like reliability. Bang, bang, not a gang. All right. Let's go back to dislikes, man. Our interior line getting Brock Purdy rocked, man. Cole McKivitz, you stood up. Trent Williams, if there is an MVP that's ever been an offensive tackle, it should be Trent Williams. I don't know what more I can say about Trent Williams. Trent Williams is Trent Williams. I love that guy. All right, the too many hits on Brock. Too many hits on Brock. I'll get to Brock in a minute, but I just want to go. I want to go back to likes on the defense. I kind of tore them up. They got their asses whooped in the trenches, Tony. Yeah, they did. But I do want to. We spent a lot of money on that D line, Captain Tony. Bosa played. Chase Young and Randy Gregory are playing for contracts. They ain't getting paid. Good thing there's another game. Devon Hargrave. The story about you would have been a bust, but there's the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. We all have another chance. Yeah, we gotta show out. All right, just likes. Always liking Fred Warner. Everywhere. 13 tackles, 9 solo, a tackle for loss, and a pass deflection. And he's the one who says, hey, you know what? We ain't going out like this. He's the one who pumped us up. Fred Warner. Drake Greenlaw the same. Played like a monster every time. He had that big hit over the middle. He gets a stinger and comes back in the game. That keeps you psyched up. That keeps you going. That's what makes people drop balls. Hits like that. Jair Brown did not play perfect, but 10 tackles, 5 solo. He makes a difference. When you got Greenlaw and Warner and Jair, that's what makes people drop balls. Didn't make Amon-Ra drop any balls, nor that fast kid, Jamison Williams. But drop balls happen when you rock people. When you come back from a sting, you're all beat up. You're in the tent. Like, get me the hell out the tent, back in the game. Drake Greenlaw. Jair Brown. You need some thump. You need some intimidation. You need guys to drop balls. You need people to hear footsteps. It ain't gonna work for Amin-Ra, but it's gonna work for the third receiver. You hear me? Drake Greenlaw, Giant Brown, Fred Warner, Deshaun Gibson. That guy. Look it. That dude just makes plays. Big time fumble. Forced fumble. I was so hyped in the post game. I forgot there was a turnover. That's huge. And Eric Armstead recovered. Look at the interior line for the 49ers did not play well. But Deshaun Gibson, big time forced fumble. We were getting our ass kicked on the run. And look at, you got that rookie Gibbs. He's playing well. That had to be some of the reason why the Lions went away from the run. It had to be. And later on, Gibbs and what's that jabroni's name? Goff missed on maybe an easy touchdown. Yeah, the D line stepped up for the 49ers. When you make Goff move, but that it might have been a reason why the Lions went away from a run. Fumble. It makes you think. You get a bonehead like that, a big shit talker like Dan Campbell. Hey, you know what? We got in his head. They stopped running the ball, and that happened in a flash. Before they knew it, before I knew it, we were back in the ball game, baby. Like Deshaun Gibson, like that Eric Armstead was there to make a play. All the guys always show up for the 49ers. Every damn big game, they show up. All right? So, all of them. Ayuk, Kittle, Debo, Juszczyk, McCaffrey, of course, Juwan Jennings, they always do something. Brock Purdy, they always show up. The main guys, Bosa shows up. Greenlaw, Fred Warner, they always seem to show up. These other guys need to show up. But the main guys, the guys you expect, always damn show up. I can't say. Oh, Demo Lenore, just out there, just hitting dudes, man. All right. Dislike. This guy's always on my list. Ambry Thomas, man. My dude Ambry, he was playing so well at the end of the season before he got hurt. He just looked a little bit suspect. He's probably our best athlete out there. Aside from Javarius Ward. But he just hasn't got back in the flow since he broke his hand. He had that play. We almost had an interception. That's another lucky play. The Lions had a lucky play where Ambry Thomas had a pick and then, gave it right back. Ambry Thomas is a liability. Maybe, I don't know. The third corner for the 49ers just has not played great. Better than Isaiah Oliver, definitely. More athletic. Is the answer Womack or Luter? They just haven't played. I don't want to test that in the Super Bowl. But Ambry Thomas, I don't know if he's a dislike, but he's a question. They went at him quite a bit. He had almost 10. He had quite a few tackles because he was getting targeted quite a bit. Which that's what you should do. I don't want none of Demo. Demo's a tough dude. So, Ambry, it's going to be on you. Boy, you're so streaky, brother. But, hey, in the Super Bowl, we're going to need you, maybe. I don't know. The Chiefs don't have that many weapons. But, Ambry, I was so happy for you when you took over for Isaiah Oliver. Right now, you're kind of playing questionable, bro. I know you're playing injured, but, it is what it is. Bang, bang, not a gang. All right. Dislike, Jake Moody missed the field goal. Man, we needed those points. We're getting whooped. Missed his first field goal. Again, it's always wide right. He has that fade. It drives me nuts. Jake. We could have drafted a defensive tackle with you, man. No, a right tackle. McKivitz is doing well. Okay. That was huge. A huge miss. I mean, we were not scoring in the first half. Dislike, we only had 7 points in the first half. But here's the big thing. Jake Moody's on my like list. He made 2. He made 4 extra points, didn't miss. For some reason, he looked more confident, and he made the go-ahead field goal, a 33-yarder to take the lead. He looked confident. I'm not saying I trust him in the Super Bowl, but he looked more confident. He was kicking it down the middle. It just seemed like a switch went on that said, F all this. I'm going to start making them. So Jake Moody has in his bag a go-ahead field goal in the NFC Championship game. He made it. Can't take it away. So I'm going to take that as a like. So overall, I'm holding my breath every time Jake Moody has to be out there. But, hey, after missing that one, he could have let it go to his head. So we'll see on Jake Moody, but if he doesn't make the 2 and make all 4 of those extra points, we're in trouble. And I just want to talk about that last 33-yard field goal. The 49ers had every single bit of momentum. Game tied, 24-24. They got the ball back. They are driving down the field. Brock takes 1 sack. Brock takes another sack. Stopped on 3rd down. It felt at that point of the game, 24-24, the momentum was shifting back to Detroit, who was whipping our ass, and we still could not stop the run. If we don't make that field goal, we may lose the game. Because you could feel the momentum go in the 49ers' favor. But in that drive, Brock gets sacked. Brock gets sacked again. It's 24-24. Pass to Debo. We're stopped. He has to make that kick to put us up 27-24. Detroit ended up scoring again. And yeah, I'll bring it up. Like Dan Campbell going for a 4th down. 49ers stop his ass. It could have been 27-27. But you know what? Kyle Shanahan stayed cool and went with that stupid rookie, Moody. He made it. Dan Campbell tried to be a fucking hot shot. He got burned. And do not tell me that he won because for making stupid plays like that, like going for it. You won because you fucking kick ass in the trenches. And you got a good play action game. You got a good offensive line. When you can keep Goff clean, he's a really good quarterback. He just can't move. You won in the fucking trenches. But, you know what that is? Not my problem. Because my team's going to Super Bowl. GK, Vieira, what's up? Bang, bang, not a gang, baby. Thanks for joining. All right. Enough about Moody. But that final field goal, the momentum was changing. Even with the make, I could feel the momentum going back to the Detroit. But he has under his belt going to the bowl at 24-24 a go-ahead field goal late in the game. If he doesn't make it, maybe Campbell goes for it to take the lead on the next time down the field, and it's 27-24 Detroit. But hey, it went our way, and you know what? It's about damn time. I deserve for my team to get lucky. All right, what's next? Because the vibe was down here. All right. Big time I like Brock Purdy's legs, baby. He's got legs. He knows how to use them. And I've been telling you the whole time, Brock Purdy got legs. But you can't play like that all the time. He's got to play. He's got to play. I'm going to give you a quick dislike. Man, he got his hand slapped again. Another hand slap where he threw that pick. That's a dislike. We keep on giving that up from the right side again. It's okay. But it's okay. Brock Purdy, 5 rushes, 59 yards, 9.6 carry, long 21. A lot of big-time plays made in the scramble. Big-time play to Juszczyk. Big time play to Jawan Jennings. Brock Purdy made big time plays. He was not perfect. But here's the thing. Yeah, he got lucky. And his stats aren't, the most beautiful. 20 for 31, 64% passing percentage, 261 yards, 8.6 per. QBR, 88, rating 89. But he made plays when the system broke down, when there was nothing, when he was under duress, when he couldn't make a pass because he was getting harassed. Brock Purdy made plays. And I've said this before, if the 49ers lose the Super Bowl, it'll be because of Kyle Shanahan, and if they win, it'll be because of Brock Purdy. What's up? Welcome to Gary Lamm, Mania. Is that Roberta? Or Robert? Welcome. I'm going to repeat this. I say this all the time. Kyle Juszczyk said it today. If the 49ers win the Super Bowl, it'll be because of Brock Purdy. And if they lose, it'll be because of Kyle Shanahan. And I love Kyle. If we don't have Kyle's system, we're not here. Offense and defense. He makes coaches come in and wide nine defense. Whatever. There's stability in Kyle Shanahan. It's a good marriage. Brock works well in the system. But when it breaks down, Brock knows how to get around on his legs, scrambling to make tremendous passes, and big-time runs in the biggest game of the year when they were down, when they needed him most. And I told everybody, Brock has the athleticism, but you don't want him doing that because you can't have your quarterback hurt. Who would have predicted that Brock Purdy or whoever was a starting quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers was going to play 16 games? Brock played all 16 until the last week was a bye. We saw Sam Darnold because Brock Purdy kicked so much ass that we are the number one seed, and every game's at Levi's until we go 2 weeks from now to Las Vegas to the Super Bowl, baby. Brock made plays with his feet. And I'm just going to get to this dislike real quick. The game plan for the 49ers just hasn't worked on offense. It just has not worked on offense. I was hoping to get Brock some easy plays. Get us going, scheme someone open. It did not happen. These games have been tough. They have been brutal. But I'm going to tell you where Brock is elite. Brock is elite with the scramble. He can scramble, get yards, or keep plays alive. Brock Purdy, elite there. Top 5 in that. Brock Purdy is elite when it comes to having a man in your face. He's got his leg kicked up. You get knocked. Someone's in Brock's grill. He will make passes. It looks like Madden. He's like, boom. Brock makes so many plays where he's getting lit up. Someone in his face. Not a lot of quarterbacks can make tremendous pinpoint passes with guys in his face. Sometimes it bites him because he does get his hand knocked a little bit to passes like that. But Brock Purdy is tough. He takes big hits and keeps on playing. It's a miracle that he played in every game. Except for the last game, except for week 18. He plays every game, but he stands up in there and throws a ball under duress. He scrambles away, and he throws with guys right in his face, and he takes big hits. He is elite at that. He's also elite, number 3, getting through his reads. Brock Purdy is elite getting through his reads. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. All right? And he's also elite throwing with anticipation. Guys are not even in their cuts. Brock already has the ball out. Elite in 4 categories. Scrambling ability, whether that's running or getting away to throw a pass. Making dime passes while taking a hit. All right? Getting hit and dropping dimes. Three, getting through his reads. 4, throwing with anticipation. And I don't want to jinx it, but this guy's hella tough. This guy is, he'll take shots to the ribs and make great passes. That's where Brock's elite, okay? So take that. Game-changing plays by Brock Purdy. And I told you it's not going to be pretty at all in any kind of playoff game. These games are tougher now. Teams are not going to give you what you want. But hey, we're there. Brock Purdy. And I already talked about CMC. He took over the first half. CMC, extra bonus-like. We don't win this game without CMC holding it down, holding down the fort, hanging tough, giving us swag in the first half, and then make big-time runs in the second half. CMC, you're all right with me, baby. Christian McCaffrey. All right, next like. Deebo Samuels. Deebo, to me, he didn't look 100%. His shoulder was jacked up. 8 catches, 89 yards, 11.1. He rushed the ball 3 times for 7 yards, but he showed up. He brings that mentality. He wanted the ball. We needed him. There's no way he could beat 100%. If he left the game, against the Packers, he's in pain. But he showed up for us. Good job. Deebo, being there, the kind of a man who plays with brutality goes out there with a messed up shoulder. Things like that inspire. Christian McCaffrey, inspired. Things like that make you keep believing. All right. Juwan Jennings. Only 1 catch, but it was a big one. Brock rolls left, throws right. Another one where Brock's taking a hit, throwing it over somebody. And then Jennings, one-handed catch. That was a big 3rd and 4. Big-time conversion. Brock floats it, just gives it the Curry floater over the defender's head. Over the man, just over a guy trying to get him and Juwan Jennings. Was it luck? I watched it on the JT O'Sullivan my quarterback club. I was like, man, this is when you watch it again, it looks less lucky. It just looks less lucky. It looks scary. You go to 3rd and Juwan, 1 catch. It was a huge one. He's always in the blocking game. I like Juwan Jennings. Oh, and I love Brandon Ayuk. The biggest 3 catches for 68 yards you're ever going to see. The biggest 3 catches for 68 yards you're going to see. He caught the first down. He was quiet. But then, an iconic catch in San Francisco 49ers history, an iconic catch in NFC Championship game history. Brock Purdy just throws it up to give his guy a shot. And Ayuk, if you remember early in the game, a shot down the left sideline, like I said, the 49ers have to take. Ayuk broke up one. He tried to break up another one. He didn't break it up, but he did, when you're trying to catch a ball and someone's hands in your face, you can't see the ball like that, so you can't see it. So if you're trying to catch the ball, I'm doing this, you can't. Your eyes, my hand is blocking the ball, so you can't see the ball, and you're falling back on your back, you fall down, boom, you can't catch it. So it goes off your face, and Ayuk dives, he catches the ball, and the rest is history. Heck of a catch. And Ayuk said there was a butterfly that landed, a ladybug that landed on his foot, and it was good luck. So you know what? Good luck. Ambry Thomas should have had a pick, but it didn't go our way. But again, Ayuk, big-time touchdown on that drive. Those are only 3 catches. A beautiful first down, a conversion for a first down, I think in the very first drive. The big play where it bounces off a defender's helmet. Like, hey, Ayuk's trying to make, block it away, blocks the vision. Defender falls back, falls off his head. Ayuk catches it diving. Hey, a couple plays later, touchdown 49ers. Rest is history. Iconic catch. Every 49er always seems to show up in the big games. Brandon Ayuk. Ladybug off his foot. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. Jameson Williams caught a lucky pass too. And I gotta say it. Ayuk! Ayuk! Ayuk is on fire! We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn! Good job, Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk, on fire. Alright, and I already talked about Colton McKivitz. George Kittle! Always bringing the violence. 2 catches, 2 big catches. One big catch late. The biggest thing he did, he pancaked some fools too. But big play on the onside kick. Give the Niners a ball. Hands team. Hey, George Kittle, you always do exactly what you got to do for our team. Catch the ball, make plays, block, onside kick. George Kittle's going to do what we need him to do. Bottom line. All right, that's the next like. All right, dislike. I touched on it earlier when I talked about Brock Purdy. But another tough game plan on both sides of the ball. I was hoping this would be a game where it's going to be easy for the 24-year-old quarterback, where you scheme some guys wide open. For Kyle, I'm talking on the opposite side of the ball. That just wasn't the case. It just wasn't the case. 49ers figured out the second half. But man, when we face the Chiefs, I am hoping that Kyle is just hot. I mean, it's not trending in the right direction as far as coming out with the good script. It just hasn't happened. We haven't had a good script either of the playoff games. Bottom line, that's a dislike. Period. 7 points in the first half. Dislike. Wow. Defense gave up 24 points in the first half. Lions have a good offense. St. Brown's tremendous. 2 good running backs. Tremendous tight end. I mean, Steve Wilkes would have been under a lot of pressure should the 49ers have lost. But I'm going to say this. The 49ers get their ass whooped in the trenches. That's not a Steve Wilkes thing. That's an attitude thing. But you still got to question. You guys still got to question the defensive game plan. Here, Gregory and Chase Young got to get their asses at that quarterback. I don't like what our pass rush is doing at all. Bosa got 2 sacks, but that's Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa's leaving it all on the field. And a couple of those sacks, the Lions go on to, well, both of them, they go on to convert to get first downs. If they couldn't get Jared Goff, you think they're going to get Patrick Mahomes? Maybe. The Chiefs don't have the tackles that Detroit does. Maybe they will. Just that Patrick Mahomes, man. Elusive and abusive. We'll see, though. But here's what I like. Second half adjustments. They figured it out. Dan Campbell helped them out by not running. They figured it out. But the team did not quit on either side of the ball. They made plays. Gibbs with a big fumble, forced fumble. Kyle Shanahan got that offense going. But a lot of that was Brock Purdy, man. A lot of it was Brock Purdy making plays. But hey, we figured it out. It took everybody giving everything they had, and some tough plays or some mistakes by the Lions. The big punt, like a 77-yard punt that should have been easily caught at a 2 or 3. They messed around and let it go to a touchback. But hey, because of guys like Steve Wilks, Kyle Shanahan, and the coaching staff, the 49ers stay calm, cool, and courageous. They were able to hang in there because of the leadership, the coaches, good strategy, good leadership. When the other teams making mistakes, when they're crumbling, the Niners could have crumbled, they didn't. The other team did. They stayed calm. They took advantage of the mistakes, and now they're going to the Super Bowl. So good on you. Next week it's Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo. Good luck. Or not in 2 weeks from now. But let me bask in the glory of today. Tell you my love. I love the momentum the team has going into the Super Bowl. They've got to feel confident. If the 49ers are down, they're not going to crumble. They're going to know that they can come back in a big game. Things can happen easily in the Super Bowl. You can go down early. Fumbles could happen. Special teams play can happen. The 49ers have momentum. They're going to believe they can come back. I love that. They got to be super confident. And you know what? I am more confident now in Brock Purdy than ever. I think maybe last week, even though the 49ers came back against the Packers, there were some faithful who didn't believe, or some non-believers out there, a lot of Brock Purdy hate. But now you got to believe. Now you got to believe. Now you got to believe. I think, the defense a little suspect, but now you got to believe you can go to Las Vegas and know that everything doesn't have to go right and you could still win. Because that was a narrative. The 49ers have to have everything right to win. But now you have in your head, you can come back. You have a quarterback. You have a game changer. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. All right. Gary Lamm, main event Mania. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. Celebrate good times. Come on, baby. Them Chiefs are going to be tough. Maybe I have 2019 PTSD. Maybe the Chiefs don't have the same offense. They don't have Tyreek Hill, but that defense was good. But because of this adversity, I got to say I'm more confident now than ever before. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. He scares me. I hate Chris Jones. He scares me. Their corners are good. But you know what? So are we. And I know we can fight. I know we won't quit. Andy Reid, Spagnuolo, great coaches. The 49ers are punching upward. But you know what? If you want to be on top, you got to beat the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man. You talking about the man? You are talking about Gary Lamm. Gary Lamm, Man Event Mania. God bless you. Keep it real. Keep it clean. Boom, shakalaka.